Okay, so let's continue. Since if you using the Colab compiler, so the Google Drive should automatically create a new folder which called Colab, this one, notebook. You should find this one under My Drive. My Drive Colab notebooks. And then create a new folder with data. Okay, if you can't find such folders, so you may come to my office. Okay, I can assistance. Okay, later. Okay, so 其他同学是不是都 OK 了哈 ？Okay. It maybe take some time to learn how to familiar with the process to deal with our data set. Yeah. Okay, since you have uploaded the data set successfully, so you may see we save our online retail with available name we call DF. So DF means data frame, 资料框. So in Chinese, 资讯, okay, 资料集, okay, data frame. Okay, so you can see there are 8.
Professor, can you open your screen?
Okay, so let me share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so let me say it again. So you have to, so Google Drive should create Colab notebook automatically for you when you run the Colab source code. I don't know why the student can create this. Okay. Okay, so since we have uploaded data to Colab environments, so you may see we change the data set with DF. So right now we use the DF as our data set name. Okay, DF, it means data frame. Okay, so what is DF means? Please show me the content for DF. And we just import the data set, online retail, right? More than 540,000 rows, okay? 超过了54万笔的资料. Okay, here shows the content for the data set from the first row, 第一笔的资料, the first transaction. So the index for Python, it always starts from 0. 好像 Python 的 index 它是从0开始. Okay, so the index 1 indicates the first variables. 第一笔的资料它的 index 是0. So you may see the last index is this one, right? 54,1908. Okay, for more than 541,000. Okay, so you can see, okay, in the beginning, at the end. Okay, so I have explained the variable before. So A variables like stock code, description, quantity, invoice date, unit price, customer ID, and country. Here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 columns. So the vertical we call column, 栏位 column. So for the horizontals we call row. The first row and the second row, the third row, and the final one. Okay. Okay. So here I'm going to introduce some basic comment for you guys to know the basic instructions to know with your data. Okay, so since our data set name DF, right? Okay, so what does DF means? So you can see here. So we use read Excel function to read the data we download from UCI dataset, data frame, and we save this file with DF. Okay, so don't forget the name for the data we are going to analyze. We have the new name for DF. 好，我们现在就用新的 DF 叫做 DF。你也可以取成 online retail. It's okay. If you want to use different name, use online retail, it's okay. Okay? It's up to you. It's only the available for data set. 好。Okay, so the first instruction, 我们的第一个指令就叫做 head. What does head mean? Head, it means please show me the first 5 rows of the data set. 就前5笔的资料。df dot head. So it will show the first 5 row 前5笔的资料给你。好，有没有问题？好，没有问题之后呢 ？Okay, so you have to exercise how to create, how to generate your own script. Okay, so you may see between these 2 sections, so you may see plus source code plus text file. So we use this one, 程式码。Okay, so it's time for you to type your source code by df. Please tell me the data set for df dot tail, T-A-I-L. Okay, what does this mean? So you can run these instructions. So it will show the last 5 rows for you. 它秀了最后5笔给你。So you can check in the beginning. Also, you can check at the end. Is it clear? Okay, so.
Professor.
Yes?
There's an error. It is said that name DF is not defined. How?
Yes. That's because you didn't run this source code correct.
Or do I have to run it again?
Did you run this successfully?
I run it successfully, but like the website timed out. So like so
okay,
I have to refresh it again.
So you run it again.
Okay.
You have to check the green check. If you didn't find the green check, it may be something wrong with your environments. So maybe it's your data is not enrolled correctly.
Okay.
Okay. 其他同学是不是 OK？ 好，没有问题的话，我就接下来咯。Okay. So basically, for Python language is an interpreter, 一个直译器。So it's like you are talking the Python, the computer language, to communicate with the computer to do something for you. So we call instructions, 指令. So you ask compiler, okay, to ask the Python to do the analyze process for us. Okay, so for our third comments, we call columns. So what is columns mean? 栏位. Please show me, please display the column name for me. So we just use df.columns. So you may run this cell. So you get the name for these A columns, right? It's like you learn Chinese or you learn English, right? So you have to remember to keep all the keywords, right? So you have to communicate with the computer so you know how the schema. So we call schema, okay? Grammar, okay? Okay, so what is ship mean? Ship is what is the size for our data set? What is the dimension? There are two dimensions, right? So you may see two dimensions. They are 二维的 two dimensions. This closed by A columns, right? They are 二维 of two dimensions. We always use the 3 cross 2 is 3乘2的一个矩阵啊，那这个是更大的啊，54万笔乘8 two dimensions. Okay, so please show me the shape for DF. It tells you the dimension for your data set. 好，没有问题吧？啊，这些指令呢，大家可能就稍微要记一下。Okay, so you have to memorize these instructions, the keywords, but it's not hard for you guys, since you are familiar with English, right? 啊，每个人都对英文都很 OK 啦，这都很简单的。Okay, simple words for you guys. Head, the first 5 rows for the data set. Tail, the last 5. If you want to show the last 10 rows, you just indicate with 10. Please show me the last 10 observations. So you will see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 rows, right? So you can change with 15. 就15行啦. So easy, right? Okay, so for end of these sections, I would like to teach how to use 叙述性统计 descriptive status. What is status? So you know the better idea, okay, the concept for your data. Okay, so we ask Python compiler to show me the basic information for DF. So that's why info, it means information. Please show me the information. Please show me the summary for the data set DF. And it tells you the rent index is this one. And they with 8 columns. It's all the same. For the information instructions, it tells you the data type for each variable. For object, it means character, means string. 物件的 object 就是字元的导向，是字元字串。For the quantity, integer 整数。Unit price, it means floating point, real number 实数。For the invoice date, is the date time format 日期。Since the Python is used the same data structure as we did, we use string, 我们用字串 with character, 字元 maybe use Chinese character, maybe use English character, maybe use Japanese character. So they are all objects data type. If for your age, so maybe you are 20, so 20 is integer, 整数. So for today, it's 2022. April, yes, okay. For the day, for the today, for the daytime. Floating point, 有小数点 okay, 5.3, 10.2 is a floating point. Okay, so they are the common data set for our real time, okay, real life. Okay, so our last instruction for this section is describe. Okay, please show me the describe. What is describe? Please show me the descriptive status. 叙述性的统计 Okay, describe. D-E-S-C-R-I-B-E, describe. Describe. Okay, what does this describe mean? It tells you the numerical status for mean, average for the quantities, unit price, standard deviations, the maxima for your quantity, the maxima for your quantity. 这个数量最小的值 minima 是 minus, the maxima 是正值。What is the mean, average? Okay, so 你们练习一下。So we have 10 minutes break for this section. Okay, please come back at 3:20. Wow.